Hey guys, it's Legend Killer 5 back here showing you basically what the title says, learning good habits to win more games online, to be better or win more games online. So I'll be continuing to go with the Texans from the A through Z series that I'm currently on. Pretty soon I'll be done. Two more games after that. Two more teams, I mean, after that. Played 3 games each with every team in the NFL. Some teams I played like 4 or 5 games. And we go up against the Ravens. I redid their depth chart to practice against them because they're the best team in my opinion. Whether you practice against them on offense or defense. So a lot of this video is going to be talking about like how to go through your reads and your progression, um, how to read the defense pre-snap, how to like probably cancel out reads and maybe hot route something like blocking your running back or tight end instead of leaving them on routes. You know, using the tools you have at your disposal for hot routing, audibling, doing your blocking adjustments, and then reading, the shell, the coverage, possible blitzes, knowing the situation in the game, from studying your opponent's tendencies and doing your own self scouting a little bit of what you did during the game and what they might do to stop you. Like sometimes having an idea of how they might try to stop you, can help. It can also hurt you because you're thinking too much pre snap at times. So, right now, you know, I kind of wish that practice would be back in the day, like where it was situational based. You know, why can't they have practice? I don't know how Madden 26 is, but I would like to have a practice, like a game type scenario where you need to drive down the field and let's say wherever you spot the ball, right? Let's say we spot the ball on our own 1 yard line. Wherever we spot the ball, Madden should have it, like if we're in our own end, Madden should have it first and 10 at our own 1 yard line. If we are in our opponent's goal line, the defense's goal line in practice, it should be first and goal on whatever, you know, yard it is, like the five, whatever, 3, 2, 1, whatever. And then like having when you have an incomplete pass or a sack or, you know, like your outside field goal range, you know, long down situation, you're trying to get inside field goal range. Like I wish they had that, you know. But one thing I'm going to say, the most important thing I always say, play call is king. After that, it's basically, well, first you want to pick plays that you're comfortable with, and then from there, play call is king. The best thing is the play call. After that, it's like I said, um, using like reading the defense, the shell, the corners, the front, trying to get as much information from the defense as possible. Are they trying to blitz you? Are they trying to stop the run more? Are they trying to play a certain, are they trying to stop the run but putting certain like coverages out there that you might be able to beat over the top? Are they are they in man? Are they in zone? Are they in match coverages? Uh, you know what I mean? How are the safeties? How are the corners and safeties? Are they playing the birds on the fence? Are they in cover zero? Are they too high? Are they one high? Are they using the corners to safeties? Obviously, I won't be able to know that in practice because obviously this is CPU. They should have a system like where you're playing bots too, right? Like maybe every now and then, like the CPU would. I bet that will happen years from now. The CPU, if it's on Man 26, like playing the CPU that has kind of like AI technology built into it to where you feel like you're playing a human opponent when you're labbing in practice, to where they're gonna sometimes still they'll pick whatever defense, but sometimes they will um, maybe throughout the course of a practice session or whatever defense they're in, they're trying to shore up their defense by using somebody. It could be a DN, D tackle, linebacker, corner, safety, allowing you to have a better feel for what players might do. You just like bots work in Call of Duty. I could completely see that like random either random users by the CPU or based off the down and distance and situation, maybe they try to user rush you or you know what I mean. That would be crazy. But that'd be great. Um, so I was trying to think what we would go based off. What plays would we call? Um, I guess since I'm telling you guys how to go through your reads and your progression, maybe we'll start out with. I don't want to go too easy here. I like this inside switch right here because it's not as easy as just reading slants. You have extra options here too. Um, you do have this motion double slants wheel play, and depending on what the coverages are pre-snap, you can cancel like the fade, you could cancel the wheel, and then you could just go like underneath, or take a peek to those. Now, with I would say we'll go with the inside switch first, and then I'll show you guys motion double slants wheel. Okay, so let's go inside switch at a shotgun bunch tight end, and then we'll go random, right, on the defense, random, completely random. It could be in any personnel here. So we see here, like first, you don't want to just like run the play and say, oh, it's an easy play. Like I should be able to get it to the spot, flat, or a post or a corner, right? Because it is an easy pass concept to read, right? Sometimes I would say in my games that I play, don't pick plays that are going to make you stare down receivers or not actually read the defense. So as I'm seeing this here, I see that they have two safeties deep. I see the corners on the outside, are looking like they're playing for the most part, they're going to be playing soft squats if they are playing the flats, right? And from there, in my opinion, the linebackers, the guys inside, are most likely playing curl flats, and then the middle linebacker is either playing a hook curl or whatever, or it's a cover two and he's bailing, right? So based off this, let's say you want to read it one side, right? You want to read the left side here. I would honestly sometimes when I have a play like this, I will read like just the areas, right? I will read like the middle, right? Because you can read basically. I'll show you guys. You can read this guy, this guy, this guy, and then pre-snap. You could take a peek to the safeties, and let's say you want to use something to influence as a Um, let's say one safety comes down and maybe you go to a corner or you go to Dell, and then if you're wrong with Schultz or Dell and they cover that up, that most likely is going to tell you that you can go to Woods or Ogunbawe or whatever his name is. Or you could just read one side, and if you have enough time, you can go through other reads in your progression. Right here, I kind of want to read the left side, like the actual area, because whether like depending, we want to basically high low and manipulate these linebackers in the middle base because of the routes that we have in the field. I don't think they're going to be able to cover. I don't think they're going to be able to cover Dell or Woods, and then we might have the flats open. And like I said, if they rotate down, we could have Dell or Schultz. So let's read this out. Let's read what they actually do. Okay, we're playing cover two, like I said. So it's having educated guesses. Like I don't need to take that much time to know pre-snap. I don't need. I'm just showing you guys that. Like I'm taking that long to show you all the possible things that they could do defensively. I did say they might rotate down, they might have the middle linebacker bail in the vert zone there in the middle. And if they did that, we could do that. But we can also, I can probably go on replay, and because you see this, you can say, wait a minute, let's take it a step further. Let's say we get what we want, right? And let's say we have the protection, right? Well, we could hit him, we could hit him, and a lot of times versus cover two, we can go to the corner route. But we already got the ball out quick. We would have had the corner route because it would have been Marlon Humphrey. Kind of, this might have been, let me see. Let me see here. Okay, cover two invert. So they show two and they go to one, showing the cover two invert. And that's why also, you know, you're seeing him open here because he's the curl flat defender right there. So, it's all about improving. You know, obviously now I'm thinking there's a blitz here. Now we could possibly keep the play audible to a different quick pass, a play action, a run. Let's see what we got here. We got a slip screen. I don't like that here with the defenders on the right. Um, let's try boomerang PA Y wheel here. Now I forget that I have a running back blocking, so we're good there. We're good. We're good. Wide open. We're not like just looking for that guys to be wide open. A lot of times it will look like it's wide open, but I take an extra peek to make sure it's wide open because you can get these guys to have their first initial movements going inside and then switching this receiver tight end to these guys and then going back out to the flats. But he ends up covering it. Interesting. So that cover three buzz maybe, but maybe the cover three that doesn't have somebody in the flats, obviously. So let's see what front this is, possibly. Is this a nickel? I'm going to say it's some type of nickel. Maybe nickel over, nickel 2-4 over, or let's see here. I picked the same play. Let's see if it looks the same. Okay, so 2-4. See if there's defenses here. It could have been cover three Buzz Mabel because, nah. Let's see. It wasn't. We know it wasn't man coverage. Nobody rushed, and it wouldn't have been. It could have been cover four. No, it couldn't have been cover four palms. So once again, nobody rushed. Could it have been no? Couldn't have been cover six Willie. Once again, nobody rushed. 3-3 on. One of those defenses that have like mostly buzz on like the hot blitz three, but without a blitz, basically. Just all guys playing the middle. Cover three buzz. I really doubt cover three buzz. Let me see who was playing out here. Was it a linebacker? No, obviously it wouldn't be a linebacker, right? Okay, linebacker, linebacker. Corner, corner, two corners, three corners. Okay. I mean, it's type of like I said. Could it be a base? No, obviously it's not base, so it's some type of cover three here. I mean, nickel. Could it also be 2-3? Because 2-3 does have, let's see, 2-3 does have, I believe, that one has a play similar. I just don't think any cover three would not have the curl flat defender would have that leaving him open like that. All right, I'm gonna go based off concept here. Go zone blitz three. I'll find it here. Well, it's blitz. I need a regular cover three. All right. Cover three match. Cover three matches might do something like that. Okay, let's see. I forgot about that. Let's see what happens here. As you can see, I mean he's still going out there. Still going out there. So they go initially. Sometimes it's easy to read match or see that your opponent's been using match, and then just do something like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean they're also dropping out there too, like so it's not that. Got me thinking like I have what's his name? Because I'm using the Texans and the color of the jersey, the red jersey, and then the black helmet. I think I got like Kirk Cousins out here with the number 18. Okay. Where's that damn defense? Where is it? I don't remember. Damn, I can't. I don't know which defense it's from, but I'll try. Just zone. Yeah, I think what you call it. Um, not Zone Blitz 3 or that, but where is it? Come on, man. What the hell? Why am I not seeing it anymore? There was something called just like Deep Zone instead of like Cover 4 or Cover 3 or Zone Blitz 3 Deep. It was something called Deep, just Deep Zone Blitz 2 Deep. Like, fuck. Now, is it possible that it could have been some type of, like I said, it couldn't have been Cover 4, any Cover 4, obviously. No, Zone Blitz 2. No. At the end of the day, it's got to be a Cover 3 here. Um, Cover 3 Seam. That's, but like I said, still going to play. I mean, where is that defense? Crying out loud. Shit. I'm about ready to go through every formation. I don't know why it's not here. I find it sometimes when I'm playing online. Do I think it could have been a cover three lock now? Yeah, it's not that, obviously. Because it didn't bug. Yeah, 3-3 odd maybe some. Uh, like I said, it's like a hot blitz play right there, but without blitzers. Just deep thirds and those hook defenders there. That's all. That's the type of defense I'm looking for. It's a play that has like a lot more guys in coverage, just rushing three usually. So when I seen it before, I believe they only rushed three. So I don't believe it'd be triple. Do have 32 dimes here. The dime, it might be at a dime, one of the dime formations, dime sets. Like yeah, and yeah, I know they had a four-man line there, but I'm just trying to find just a play that's similar to what I'm talking about. It has to be 1-4 right now. Online, I mean, I don't understand it because it can't be a regular base defense. Wait a minute, do I not even have my defense here? Wait, oh, that's right. That's why I'm not seeing it. But still, what? There's no way they would have had a 3-4 with an extra corner out here. Could it be? Let's check out Buzz. Like I'm saying, like still, like they're playing flat too, even though they're playing back. They're still playing flat. So let's see. Bear with me. And we know it's not man coverage. We know there's not a blitz. We know it's not cover six Willie. Let's go now. Ready? See, it's not that. Got it. Ready? It's not man. It's not a blitz. It's not like or two safeties stay back. Would it be an invert? Actually, no. No, it can't. Couldn't be an invert. No, no. I mean, could it have been? No. Double bracket. No. No. God damn. What the fuck? They were playing zones underneath. What play did they fucking use? This shit drives me insane. This happens a lot of the time. It's not necessarily like a play I would have used for myself on defense, but it's driving me insane. Cover three match is like the closest maybe, but I really don't think it was that. Okay, it's gotta be nickel. Wait, could be yeah. I did say from the beginning maybe it was a cover three buzz. The first thing I said, I thought it was a cover three buzz. Check here. No, not. Okay. Because all the linebackers stayed in the middle. Nobody was playing crow flat. Here we go, shot. Why can I not find it? And they had. Okay, so if I see the personnel, they had yeah, Marlon Humphrey outside. They had so it was like this personnel, but it's the same personnel though. Isn't it? They just switched. Wait a minute. So it was 23 there instead of 28. Okay, so it was definitely the only difference is for some reason 28 is here. King. I don't think so. That tells me it wasn't a 4-4, it wasn't a 3-4, it wasn't dime, unless let's see. No, wasn't. The closest thing is either nickel, some type of nickel, or dime 2-3. So could have been a dime 2-3, but I'm just not seeing anything. Let's try out all these. I mean, let's see what's going on here. Ah, interesting. But still, like they're dropping. They did not drop either, so they didn't bail. They didn't all like drop like this crazy. They all stayed in the middle, shallow. Unless I somehow, oh, we audibled to another play, didn't we? That's what could have. That's what it could have been. Yep, I think that's what it was. Wait a minute. Okay, so maybe it was some type of match. Let's keep that. Let's go to that. And then let's try a 2-3, dime 2-3 match. Or something. Bus show 2. They don't have a match. So we saw it was kind of similar to, like I said, I thought it was a cover 3 buzz, but it could be cover 3 buzz show 2. No. Oh yeah, that's because I kept that play. So yeah, like like different plays will make them play differently, obviously. But these guys all stayed inside. Nobody was playing a flat at all. Still looking. I'm throwing that one blindly. Just trying to get it away. This is driving me insane. So that was like the closest thing. The cover 3, just a regular cover 3 sky. Let's try. Okay. I'm gonna try cover 3. I mean cover 6 over here. I'm gonna try. Okay. Let me pick. Just, no, no. Did they stay? Did they all stay? No. It's like, what? I need to find a defense where they're not blitzing. The safety's coming down a little bit. They're rushing forward. It's not a blitz. This is seriously driving me insane. And most of the guys are also, it can't be man double buzz because one safety stayed high and one came down a little bit. Cover 3 seem to be closest in my opinion. They didn't blitz. It's not cover 6. This cover 3 buzzing here. Possibly being like all the guys don't go to just stay inside. Oh yeah. I hate all one mistakes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. Oh yeah, I'm done with that shit. Probably. All right. So now I'll show you guys motion double slants wheel. See how long have we been on here? 29, 30 minutes almost, and I only showed you guys like one play. Uh, random. First hole right here. Take as much information from the defense as possible. Um, we know that. Let's see here. It looks like they could be playing a cover 2. They could also be playing like a cover 3 show 2. It could be plain man. Let me see. But the motion will definitely let us know if it is man or not. Um, Based off this, obviously, it looks like they're trying to match up. So they have at least 3 DBs here. Um, I just feel like we'll be able to either get something deep or get those slants here, obviously. If they stay too high, I'm reading the slants, the fade. If they go 1 to 1, I'm reading the fade, uh, Woods, and then running back late. So they went to 1 high, right? They went to 1 high. I know right away it's not man coverage because nobody followed him. But not only that, I know it's because nobody's following the receiver. So I know it's zone. I know it's possibly cover three. You want runaways versus cover three too. That's why like if you have this against cover one, cover two man, cover three, you're gonna get the one of those slants open. You can a lot of the times this slant will be open immediately, but it's like, do you want to like have that in your mind and say like, okay, we're reading this slant first before anything, or do you want to take a peek first? What do you want to take a peek at? Want to take a peek at the fade? If you take a peek at the fade, you're already too late. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. You can be too late. You can also read just the whole right side and get the ball out quicker too. Especially from a pass concept like this. I mean, it's very hard to cover. It's very hard to take away somebody's first, second read for a play like this. Okay, right here, what are they trying to do right here? It looks like they're trying to rush us, right? But it also looks like they're doing this out of quarters, right? Quarters 137. How can you? This is why I say when you read the fronts, guys, you can either count like you can look at how many guys have their hand in the dirt. There's only one. Count that. That's one. And then there's a 1-4 and a 1-3. But this looks more like a 1-3-7 quarters because the quarter rush defenses, the blitzes from quarters give you this look. Um, a dime 1-4 isn't gonna really give you this type of look completely. You know. So once again, we can read the right side of the field. Um, it looks like they're blitzing, so I really doubt they're playing man. If they are, oh, they're in trouble. You can see right there. You know what I mean? We know they're not going to get to us. The only guys we're worried about is the guys inside. And from there, like we know, okay, that center knows he's not blitzing. The other guy's not blitzing. So 71 can help out. You know, they can all help out here. But why am I comfortable here to be able to go through my reads? Because I know, like, even if they rushed everybody, the only guys that can get to us, guys, was I a little worried at the end? Yeah, because um, I almost end up pressing the wrong button, so I stopped myself because I thought the running back was something else, and then I made sure, okay, it's R1, so I was a little hesitant there, but for the most part, knew I was going to have enough time because the only guys coming in are the guys rushing from further out. I mean, look at this. Like count how long it takes. 1, 2, 3, like 4 seconds, 3.8 seconds, 4.2 seconds. Like I'd say. I mean, and once again, guys, right? Um, we're going through our reads. It's not like we think like, oh shit, this guy's playing a deep third or whatever. You know what I mean? Like we know it's zone. We don't need to know exactly what the defense is in. We're going through our reads. We see that they did a good job of covering this up. What's that usually mean? That usually means like you get these guys out of the way, and the only guy left is that deep safety, well, guess what? They do a good job. You basically want to say like, okay, if they're gonna cover this, I'm gonna go to that. If they're gonna cover this, I'm gonna go to that. You know what I mean? You basically almost wanna look at your plays and the routes on your play as like I use certain routes to see like if I'm lazy, I'm gonna just stare down a route just to determine like if I think it's man. I won't even use motion, and I'll look at like sometimes in crucial situations I'll just be a little lazy and just read like one route and see like, okay, is it man? Okay, I'm going to that corner. I'm going to that deep power. I'm going to that post. You know what I mean? Or like another deeper man beating route. Like if it's a long down situation, if it's a shorter down situation, I'm going to my better matchup to win quick. You know. So and like I said, if they get out of the way, you know, you're in the clear. Right here, once again, one high. This time they have their corners playing back. This time it doesn't look like they're mugging you know, they're mugging, but whenever they give you one high and they're playing, you know, two edge rushers here, like, listen, if you're not going to bring anybody, good luck. If you are, good luck. Because if you're not bringing anybody and your guys are playing back in coverage, guess what? I'm going to outthrow the coverage if they have a defensive end on a wide receiver or tight end. Some of these ends can play because they are outside linebackers. Some of them can have coverage ability in zone, um, but I'll be able to, you know, throw them. I'll throw them. And then if they are Russian, you know, then I have slants here, you know, and one high. We can get a throw um, to Collins here, possibly. Okay, backing up now. Okay, once again, different defense, same result. I mean, you can say, to be honest, I mean, it's man coverage. The last play wasn't man coverage, but it's man coverage. So let's say we knew it was man coverage, right? This is how experience can also help you out because you know, like, okay, if it's man coverage, who has a running back? Do you really think this guy has a running back? If he has a running back, we're throwing it over him, like I said. Do you think this guy has a running back? This guy has a running back in man coverage? No. Who else could possibly have the running back in man coverage? If it was a cover zero, if this was a birds on a fence, it's a safety, and we're not going to the running back. But we know it's not the safety. It's the last guy right here, the only guy. And this is why I say, like, sometimes I'll never go to, like, around the flats or, you know, it's not really a flat route, but let's say he had a flat route. You know, I'm not really going to it, but if I see these guys in slants, well, I'm seeing which slant I can hit, or you can use that a possible rub play too. He doesn't get rubbed, but we know right here, boom, we got it. They're going one high again, playing backed off once again. Okay, now it looks like they got a bigger front here. Okay, now just because they have a bigger front in there, don't just automatically think like, okay, we can go to Collins, you know, or okay, we can go to Ogunbawe, Ogunbawe, or whatever. Read it out. What's going on here? Once again, did he drop it? Okay. We got a strong safety blitz. Now, there are a lot of blitzes with a strong safety where it's mostly man coverage. But we also know from this front, it cannot be an engage 8. Those are usually out of 4-4s, 4-6s, certain 3-4s, certain 4-3 defenses, but not from like this right here. I'm pretty sure there's not. Unless somebody has a custom defensive playbook and they selected that play. So the other, and not only that, whenever the safety's coming down like this, I mean they do have their corners playing back. This could be a cover three. All you have to do is basically think, okay, is it a cover three uh, strong safety blitz? Is it a zone three blitz concept, or is it a uh, man blitz concept? Right, that time, that point. Cover three. Thank you. Touchdown that way. So you see what I mean? We don't need to take that long to go through pre-snap. I mean, probably wasn't cover three, but you get the idea. Like, I see this. We could have went to the running back again, but that would have been a harder throw to make, especially since it's okay. It's Patrick Queen. But you could see he's one of the only guys open here. They blitz inside. It's a heavy ass blitz. They end up going. Yeah, this is the strong safety blitz that has other guys blitzing. So it's not like I said engage eight because it's not zone. They're not blitzing eight. They're blitzing seven. Wait, how many are they blitzing? One, two, three, four. Okay, they're still just blitzing six. So they're one, two, three, four, five. Okay, so it's a regular cover zero blitz. Where one of the linebackers instead of blitzing is on the running back there. But you can see, like, what did I say earlier? You do not need to know what the defense is in. Look, we got a 70% completion percentage, two touchdowns, 171 yards, and I haven't even used that many plays. Now they're pressing too deep. But what else? We need to also read um, the personnel here. We got to read the front. See, is this a good play to keep now at this point? I mean, we do have the fade, right? We could do we could high low the corners and free safety on the left side. We have slants. Um, we have the running back, but this time we can add in something else here that you can see right here. I don't believe he's probably in man coverage. It could be, but regardless, I feel a little more comfortable now. You see what I say? Like we, if you see, watch. You see, they look like they're blitzing, right? Now you can audible to get a more definitive look, right? Now, if they're in a defense, like I would say quarters or cover six, invert or something, to where the safeties are playing like, you know what I mean? Like if they're playing quarters or the safeties are doing certain things or they're in a invert defense, first what I like to do is take a quick peek to Schultz and Collins on those slap fades or whatever you want to call them, fade smash routes or whatever, and then see, okay, are they taking them deep? How are they? Did they end up getting one on one with the safeties and the corners stayed down? Did they switch them to the safeties and there's a one on one with the safeties? Or, and then after that, I'm looking to the running back. Is the running back matched up with that linebacker? If he is, I am going to him if I feel like he's even and can win. If not, I'm checking it down to those curls or hitches. We drop it. I mean, it's kind of tough right there. Was it? I believe that was man coverage. No, was that man coverage? But it was like I said. Um, I believe it was a quarters. Ended up being what I said. It was quarters because the safeties and the deep thirds here go out to play. So you get the double teams on those fade smashes, and then you have the running back all by himself. And it's pretty good, but like I said, from experience, I should have waited a little longer, or I could have changed my throw to I don't know. It's tough at that point because if I try to throw it this way to get it away from that linebacker or whoever, then Hamilton or an online opponent can switch onto him and pick it off. I would just say just like I said, right? I said wait until he's even, but kind of maybe using a rack catch would have gave him more separation. Who knows? But you can see if that's an end and a half play, end of the game play, like we had a chance there. Yeah. Now they're too high. This looks like it could once again be. This could either be a cover two or quarters. If it's a cover two, we know that it's most likely going to be maybe a cover two sink or a um, the flats by the corners are going to be soft squats, so we can do stuff like another thing I like to do out of this play is put him in a slant. Usually it's a dagger route because a linebacker might be out of position. The other guys might be like focusing on the deeper routes here. What we got here? We got it. But as you can see here, we knew where to go with the ball every single time. We went like 5 times, maybe 2 or 3 times it was the same route, the running back, and the other times it was, it was a running back on this, and then when we audibled out to everybody going vertically, we went to Collins, you know, we went other places. Right here, they look like they're in a base defense, like a 4-4, 4-6. So maybe let's try a motion curls H Slago here.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
First of all, we know if they're blitzing, do we like this play? Yes, we do. We have curl flats out here.
Ready.
Man coverage. Seem like whenever if it's man coverage, the flats getting played, and then the corner is their time throw. The time throw right there. So let's take an educated guess. Okay, what are they in 4-4, 4-6, dime, nickel, quarters? What are they trying to do out of it? Are they one high, two high? How might they play your deep routes? If they play them deep, what are your backup plans? Are you going to have enough time to go through your reads or not? You need to audible to another play or do your blocking adjustments on the play to give it more time or audible to something else that will beat what defense you think they're maybe in. Too high right here. Could be man, could be over two. Do we like this? Do we like to keep it? Yes. Because why? Well, regardless if the middle linebacker that Patrick Queen's coming, if Patrick Queen comes, we got the slants. Um, and then we're gonna have enough time to at least go to like 3-4 reads here from the blitz being outside, unless somebody wins in the interior. Once again. See, like I said, do we need to know what exactly the coverage was? Like, no. Like that time, that could get you like this, where you're thinking like, oh, remember last time he stuck on him and this was open? Now look, covered. Boom.
Ready.
Okay, now right here, I'd be a little worried of the interior winning here on a pass rush. So once again, I'm going to maybe audible to something else or keep it, but change my reads and my progression. Not only that, it looks like they have maybe a linebacker out there on Collins. And if they do, so based off that, I'm gonna high-low that left side here, and then check. I'm basically gonna go left or right because they have a linebacker out there. Okay. You can see right there. Educated guess. The reason I say this is because whenever they have an outside linebacker here, right? And I knew it was Owe. I had a good idea it was Owe because it looked like his body type, right? Whenever they do that, would you like you can't be in the right frame of mind if you're gonna do this. Leave him on an island, right? What's he doing? What do most outside linebackers, especially him, do? Press him, switch him off, right? And then you see this. It only takes me up to right there. Boom. Now I'm thinking curl. You could think, we could read the slants. We could say, okay, are the slants open here? Are they playing a little deeper? Can we hit one of these underneath? Eh, I don't like it. Boom. 3 yards. No sack. That could have been 2nd and 7. Now it's a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. That could have been a 4th and 3, 3rd and 3. Now it's a first down. Okay, they got one high. It could be cover two, like a hot cover two blitz. It could be cover three. It could be cover one. But let's read the front here. Okay. Now we think that they can win here because it's 5 offensive line, and even though we have the numbers advantage with the blocking, our blockers aren't that great. Maybe we audible to something else that has a running back blocking here. Or we can even go to a running back mid-draw play. I don't like that though because it's running right at that side of things. Now, one thing I like to do here, if I'm worried about a blitz, which I'm not anymore now, you know, because I could probably get the ball out for 3 to 12 yards here.
Ready.
I missed it. It's looking at it. So a lot of the times, I'm reading this. If I get that, at that point, you want to read, is he going to cover that? Is he helping out to cover that? If he is, basically you don't even need to see that. He's out of position and a good throw is gonna lead him away. Does it say have 5 touches? Oh, 3 touches. Okay. One high again. Once again, we're worried about the front.
70
We
Timberwolves.
could see motion into. You see what it does? Audibly to another play. You see what that does? Oh, come on, guys. Let's get it together. Look at this. I'm not saying necessarily like, why do I like this play? Because not only do I have the tight end screen, but I have an easy throw to make from the running back screen, right? We could have went here too because he's going out more. This is more like a a cover six invert. It's a too high look pre-snap, and it looks like he's going out to play. It looks like he's going out to play the flats, and that's for a reason, right? But if he looks like he's going to help here, that means he's in the curl flat, and that means you could take advantage of this cover six invert. It's a cover six invert. It's an inverted look where safety's coming out to help out in curl flat instead of a linebacker or a corner. This is how you could take advantage, and I'll show you a couple plays what I'm talking about. Once again, okay, we see how I said like how if they have their outside linebackers out there, you can almost determine where you can go. Right now they don't have that, right? But every time they have that, you know, they only do that in certain zones, certain defenses. Now they don't have that, right? Now they don't have that. We can see what can we do here. Again, if it's like 4 guys in the front, we want to try to see if we can go to something else here. Once again, I mean, we could try this out, but okay. He gets blocked. It's good to go.
Come on, set.
Okay, right now we know that. Let's just say we don't know what defense we're going. Watch this. You're gonna get a more definitive look right here. Watch this. Putting the running back in the backfield, and now look at that. Now you get a more definitive look at what the possible front is. The front, it looks like it's a base defense, meaning they actually don't have, in my opinion, they probably don't have um, the numbers advantage, or they're not matching up. What I mean, basically, they could be matching up, but they have a safety down in there. Um, I think they are matching up, so it could be like if they're matching up and it looks like this, all you got to know is like it's probably a nickel 3-3, and if we audible again, the safety probably goes back out to show like a cover
Bronco
2.
80.
I mean to show.
60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
Okay. So based off this, I'm thinking it's a cover 3. They're in zone. Once again, we saw previously
Hut, hut.
the slant worked out. Okay. It was what I thought it was. I had all the reason I went there late. It took a little too long is because I was still reading the route, the deeper routes. As you can see right here, what did I say? You can high low, curl, deep route, and then a curl. They go to help out. You can throw that possession, catch. Here, they cover up pretty good this time, right? I didn't have enough time as well this time. Why? Because I said 4 guys rushing, somebody's gonna win because you know our offensive line isn't as good as their D line is. So even though we have 5 offensive linemen, the numbers advantage, they have 4 rushers, but the edges can get beat there because it's not like the guards are always going to help out the edges all the time. Once again, no outside linebacker there. 1 high. Let's see what they're doing here. 3. Okay, that time they pick it off. They did a good job switching there.
Set.
Now,
70
see,
Lion.
once again, see what, like I said, what are they doing here? Okay, it looks like it's main coverage, but based off this, do we like to play? Yes. Why? Because the only guys that can probably get unblocked here is if the DNs fuck up here and leave somebody unblocked. And if not, we're going to have at least 3.5 seconds to throw. 3 to 4 seconds to throw here. And when you're reading the field and when you're reading everybody go back deep to defend Collins and Schultz, and then you're going to your running back, Woods and Dell, you're going to have enough time to do all that in 3 seconds.
Ready.
And the hitches or pros are probably open. But it's tight. It was man coverage. So, like I said, if I really thought it was man coverage, I would have audibled to that dagger route right here, like I showed previously. I should have done that. He would have won. Based off that, he would have won. Tank Dell's running away from Marlon Humphrey. Especially, I mean, that route is hard to beat the dagger route. If I call a dagger route here, nobody in the middle of defense should have known. Should have known. Okay. Corners are playing high once again. Okay, let's see if we go to running back
Cowboy
direct.
80.
Snap here. But who's your running back? Okay, another thing you could possibly do. From doing this, now you get a better definitive like read on the defense. So now we can say we want to. So you know that they're now either they could be in a cover 1, cover 3, or cover 2 invert. Okay.
19
Now
Tiger. 19 Tiger.
you want to pick plays to beat all that. Now he's trying to position himself more in the middle. Okay. So that's telling me it's probably not a cover 2 invert. Could be wrong. But once again, what do they have there? They have a mug look. The blitz could come from anywhere. They could be cover 0. Um, the safeties could blitz. Luckily, we have a play here. Okay, they're back into it.
Check go.
3 safeties probably coming. Okay. See, we have answers for whatever they can do. We
Set.
have
Ready.
answers. Um, we got a better definitive look. Not only that, whenever they go too high, guys, they're most likely blitzing somebody from depth. The fact that they went too high tells you they cannot be in the cover zero. Okay, right there. After that, what am I doing? I'm reading the field. I'm reading the whole left side. Reading the field, not reading every individual route because I'm reading this. I'm staring this down. See, oh, is he going to get separation? He could have been a touchdown. Could have thrown a touchdown maybe. But we're not reading. We're not taking a peek here. Let's say he squeezes it, and guess what? We waste 2 seconds on that. Now we go get off of that, and now guess what? Maybe make this throw. He gets hit, a fumble or a drop. Who knows? Maybe you get it. Whatever. But we're reading the field. We're not reading every individual route. He comes off the edge here. Everybody's back playing deep. We're getting a block on him. I mean, look at this. It's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. Beautiful thing. It's getting too high. So I showed you guys this enough. This was really just to make go through your reads, like certain plays. I don't want to keep showing that. Um, let's try other. Let's say, do they have another better? Okay, levels. A lot of players like to use levels concepts here. Um, I don't really like this Texas route because of the other routes on the field being just streaks and then outs. You know, if they cover the streaks and the outs, it's the user covering the Texas. You know, you're going to get a cover stack or something. Um, but I do like them in a pinch. You know, if they haven't seen it for in a while or something. Now this jet fake jet divide is kind of like a you could say verticals play or kind of like tight end attack, you know, in a way. Even though it's not doesn't have two posts here, more like a verticals. It's a like a motion verticals play with like the tight end going underneath, kind of like the regular vertical play has. So let's try verticals, right? Why is it so hard to beat? Because whether they're in man or
Hold it
zone.
ready.
Okay, so instead of this, I'm gonna do what I said. I'm gonna show you a play. I said I'm gonna show you in a couple plays. I'm gonna show you this now. Let me show you something here. Um, best example is it here. Eh, I mean, we could try something out like motion H angle. Don't have you don't have to have a motion play. Now let's go to that cover six invert that I talked
Ready,
about.
ready.
Okay. So remember how one safety is like playing deep, right? And then the other safety is going to help out on a curl flat, right? Well, let me first call timeout and show you the play art from this defense, right? Right here. Okay, one thing you need to know from these invert defenses, right? Some of the invert defenses will have a safety play better position in the middle, deep middle. But in this case, whenever you have cover six inverts, you basically um, it's like you're having too high, even though you're going to get maybe a too high look and they rotate down because the safety's helping out in the curl flat. Uh, you're essentially you're going to have the deep middle like wide open because of that, right? And when we play the defense, the CPU flips their defense. So imagine this flipped. So any route, basically from the left, like a post or a seam or a double move inside or whatever to the middle, deep post, whatever, that can kill this. A lot of players, this is one of their go-to plays.
Got it. Ready.
Okay. Now, this is where I say you can read the safeties or you could take a peek to your deep post first. And from there, you're basically reading the field, you're reading what those safeties are doing, and if you have it, go to it. That simple. Now, maybe I want to block this running back on a motion because otherwise I would block the tight end, and maybe I want to keep the tight end to keep those defenders underneath there. Run this here, as you can see. Let's see how they actually rotate or how they played. You can see right here that safety comes down this side, but there's nothing that is even run over there. But he has to. That's his responsibility. Curl flat, and he's going underneath. Now, these defenses can help out in a pinch if your opponent just likes to dink and dunk the ball down. They like those levels concepts. He becomes a if they don't have another route, they're running something like this. He becomes like another extra defender in the middle to maybe be there to hit a guy or whatever. But as you can see right here, remember what I said? It's like that safety cannot get to that middle in this particular play. Now, cover two inverts, they do a better job of playing the middle because the the outside corners that would typically normally be in a deep third are then they're playing deep thirds. They would normally be playing hard flats or soft squats if they were in a regular cover two. But from those cover two inverts, the safety there's just one safety in the middle, giving the one high look, and they're already in the middle. So, but when you get a two safety high, but you can also look at this too, guys. Sometimes you will get the look of it, right? We call this play on purpose, right, to beat cover six invert. But you can also read right here. You can see how far away where the safeties are playing. You know, this safety is showing you that they're either bracketing this wide receiver or they're playing, maybe a cover three or maybe a cover six invert. They're playing over there, help out. And right here, if he's gonna be out of position, if he's out of position and he's playing here, forget about it. Because he still has to read everything else. This safety still has to read these routes coming out here. So I mean, so I say you take a peek to the safeties sometimes, but you're not really, like I said, necessarily taking a peek at the safeties. You're using your deep routes to be like they call them influencer routes, and see like, okay, if those safeties are splitting or one safety's coming out to help out in a curl flat, and the other safety is not going to be there to help out in time deep over the top, you have that. You know.
Ready.
Once again, you're just trying to throw over those linebackers in there.
Here we go. Get up.
I mean, look at how wide open it is.
Let's go now. Go.
Look at how wide open it is. Oh, come on.
On the double.
It's looking like I'm like with the Falcons or the Patriots. Crazy. It looks like
Hot.
the jerseys, whatever. Oh man, why can't he get that? Okay, I got it. Damn.
Set.
I mean, they're not a cover two underneath, so I don't know why I'm fucking around. Come on. Touchdown.
On the set. Ready.
Woo. Imagine winning the game like
Here we go. Set.
that. Okay, let's see something else here. Okay, so let's say, so I like to use comeback sometimes when I'm not sure what my opponent's defense is in, when I'm lazy or whatever. But let me use this. Let's go random here.
Down.
Read the safeties. See that? You see how they're in better position? Like, regardless, they're in better position. Corners are playing deep. Right here, what you want to do is read this play, middle, and then outside.
Set go.
We could check it down or 7, 8 yards if we want.
Ready. Hut.
Once again, they cover that comeback. Check it down for 4 or 5 yards.
Ready.
I mean, this time, we didn't read the front there, guys. Right? We
Ready.
hiked
Right.
it. He immediately hiked it. Right? See how it's coming out wide. But this is how you can use. I like to. I like to do this. Um, if a lot of players, if a player I'm facing isn't blocking the running back for whatever reason, he likes to leak his running back out or just have his running back out. Somebody like the 49ers, with McCaffrey, and they really want to use him in the passing game. Well, something like this, let's say that was the route that they used. Guess what? It's not completely covered, but it's covered enough to the point where the blitz is coming in. And why is the blitz coming in? Because the left tackle has to stay in to help out a little bit, or is taking a little time to read you know the blitzers coming in. He ends up getting beat, and that this is an elite 95 overall left tackle here getting beat because he's what I mean. You can use these, and is there like a do you have like a definitive read on offense to say like okay this guy's coming? Like no, but you have to understand like um, a lot of players on offense are going to give you this look because they want to get that unblocked. They want to get it unblocked. You know what I mean? My adjustment is just sliding my protection and making sure that 31 is blocking into block like this. It's just sliding the protection, going to a possible play action, a different pass concept. But as you can see right here too, the problem with this type of defense is it's really hard for the edge guys if they're going to be dropping in zones to be able to drop deep enough for these. So I call it like understanding the anatomy of a play, whether it's on offense or defense. What does the play do well, and what does the play lack? If they're blitzing, the play lacks. If they're blitzing guys inside and leaving the edges to drop back in coverage, and you have a deep post, safeties stay high. You know, like that's open right there. You gotta understand. Okay, what's the strength of a 4-3, a 3-4, a 4-4, a 4-6, a nickel mug, uh, a nickel 3-3-5 penny, nickel 3-3 odd, dime 2-3-6, dime 1-4, quarters 1-3-7, quarters 3 deep. What did they do well, and what where are they lacking? Are they bad against the run? Are they bad against the pass? Why are they bad against the pass? You know, once again, I go through 3 reads right there.
Ready up. Go.
Ah, that on the throw.
Okay, ready.
Strong safety now. That's ridiculous.
Flanking 18.
Sometimes I'll like just simply audibly can give you a good look here and say like, okay, we can block him up here, and if they are blitzing us, we can check Collins or Ogumbawe. We can check Woods or Dell. Let's see what those safeties are doing. Are they playing? Okay, we got Dell. It's that simple, guys. Sometimes it's that
Ready.
simple. Sometimes that corner can play, like if they're playing inside leverage, you know, but they weren't playing good inside leverage right there. And not only that, it's away from the middle linebacker here. And the free safety is cheating or staying on the left side there to better help out on that post. So
Ready.
where are the safeties going? Once again, this time check it down again. These are random defenses here, guys. Now this looks like it's quarters because it literally looks like all the outside DB, the outside corners and safeties are playing quarters. I could be wrong. They could be. There are some defenses that can give you this look. Maybe a cover one man, uh, like a thief, a robber, or a hole defender. Cover one hole, cover one thief, cover one um, robber. I believe robber is the strong safety. Hole is the middle linebacker playing the buzz. Strong safety is the robber playing the buzz, and the free safety is the thief playing the buzz. So depending on what the safety do, they stay back here. We want to then look at the underneath routes and underneath cover.
Ready.
Okay, this time. I really wanted to go with the post, but I saw I didn't like it
Come on.
at that point. I know it's man coverage, and I know it's the double man buzz, I believe it's called. They both come down, or it's a safety, whether it's a double buzz or the safeties are coming down on a blitz, which they do. We know we can replace them with the post, the deep out, or the comeback. And I could have thrown this, but I didn't like it with the pressure I was getting. See, Van Noy does a great job here. He really does. I don't know how in the world. I don't know what's wrong with number two here because there's no way Woods. There's no way Woods should be running this route like this. There's no way most wide
Come
receivers
on.
should
Set.
not have separation right there. I don't know why he slowed down on his route right there. I mean, did we throw that ball already? I don't think so. No. I mean, not even close at this point right here. Where's separation? I mean, is he I don't know what's going on here. What the hell is that? I think, I don't know. He slowed down. Regardless, he slowed down on the route because I was going to say maybe he bumps that post route to be run a little differently, right? But still, why is he not over already right here? If he's already right there, I'm not I'm not throwing that comeback and I'm going there. So, you know, if I throw that deep post, he's definitely tipping it or picking it off or whatever. Okay, one high, but this is a big front right here. So let's see.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hurt. Hurt.
Okay, you could tell he's probably in zone. He's probably blitzing or playing a zone here.
Check go.
Once again, that's simple. You're not necessarily
Ready.
motioning him out to get a better, just definitive read. You're just motioning him out. And, it didn't look like it was zone when you motioned him out, but you're doing that to let's say he was blitzing. Now he's got farther to blitz from. Let's say you're creating almost. It wasn't really empty. It wasn't an empty. By the way, we forgot to, I believe, block him. Or no, he opened up. No, we did block him. I forgot. Okay, it just makes your throw easier, in my opinion. Whether he's in man or zone, it just makes that throw easier because there's no flat defender there, right? And if he's in a pro flat, guess what? He's not playing a flat. He's he's playing that receiver, and now that corner is left on an island. So now we get the mug look. So what I mean, guys, if I don't look at this and I just keep the play, and maybe I'm going through my reads and not don't have a sense of urgency or have an idea what the defense is in. Like I say, it's one high. The corners are playing deep, but I'm not reading the front. I'm thinking okay, I'll go to that deep out. Maybe that deep out's covered, and they actually brought mid blitz right here, sacked, fumble. Maybe you force a throw, pick, six, game over. You know. So here we're gonna block this up here. Who looks like could come in untouched here? Well, regardless, we're gonna do a half slide to the
Hey,
right,
smash Bronco.
or let's see here. Let's audible.
Cougar
Sometimes when it's a
19.
deep defense right here, I'll do that.
Hut.
And I say deep defense because I can sometimes get those passes off right there. If they play
Ready.
deeper, I get more yardage underneath, maybe making a miss too. Okay, right here. What did I say? Look at the safeties, guys. They're in a cover six invert again. What do? We get that. We get that look, guys. We get that look. Let's get a safety. Let's get a play that has a safety. I mean, a route if we can here. I'd be ashamed if I can't. Okay, let's just see. Or we could just try to.
18 Cardinal.
Oh, yeah.
18
Okay,
Cardinal.
let's
Hey,
motion
smash.
blitz here.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready, ready.
Okay. I mean, because we motioned them out there, I believe maybe they played it differently there. The post right here on the right side. See what I mean? He goes out to help out the crow flat on that side. Wherever they go to help out the crow flat, you throw that post from that side, or you go with a seam pass on that side. That time, I was going to say before I hiked it, if I don't get what I want, I'm going through my reads. I have time. I know I'm going to have time. That's the other thing, too, guys. If you can, like, get a definitive read, too, on what the defense is in, like, if you think, oh, it's cover six, okay, think, like, oh, it's a cover two invert, you can make sure your blocking adjustments are right, but if it's a cover six invert, and they're not user rushing you, or whatever, they're not trying to manually blitz you, or whatever, it's not a blitz, you know you're gonna feel a little more comfortable to go through your reads if you're not getting what you want because you know there's no if it's cover six invert, there's no stock with a cover six invert that has a blitz. So I mean there could be like if they rushed maybe just had 2 3 defensive linemen with their hand in the dirt or something. Right here, if you read the left side, boom. If you read the right side, touchdown. I mean he gets bumped in there, but at the same time, even if he got bumped, I stay in the pocket. I mean, let's see. I already threw the ball out, but let's say I didn't. The only reason that this safety is better position is because we already threw the ball down and he's going in pursuit. So his pursuit angle is running this way. So he's kind of looks like he's cutting in on this route, but he's not. He's going to continue. If we don't throw the ball out, he's continuing to drop back here, and then we're continuing to move past him, right? So he's here, and we're here, and we're throwing it right like here maybe, or like right here, from like here to like maybe here, touchdown. And now we get the look of maybe a cover two invert. Um, Once again, let's block this up here. If they are going man, we know it's okay to block our our stuff up. Maybe that free safety does help out there if we block. Okay, so it does look like they are in a cover zero here. So let's try to read if it was a cover zero. I think it is.
70
Now,
Timberwolf.
this doesn't usually work if it's a cover zero for me because they just too many of them come out here. But if it does, I pressed the wrong button. If it did, I had enough time right there. Let's just, oops. I accidentally, I pressed double pressed X and they threw it to him for a completion.
Let's
Um,
go.
so let's go to that again. Right. Let's go to whatever cover zero. So it was a mug. It was a nickel 2-4 double mug. Right. Let's try cover zero.
Here we go. Here we go.
See what we did here. Right. And we basically like max protected here. So the way like in the past, this would have got me because usually cover zeros, they basically are so easy to read because they're a bird in the fence. Obviously, this is like a bird on the fence, but usually because this defender right here is on this receiver. In the past, I used to think like, oh no, this can't be a cover zero. This is like some type of blitz, but it's not a cover zero, right? And then I get beat because of it, you know. So what were we doing? What were we gonna do here? I forgot. Oh yeah, we go to a cover zero beater and we're gonna audible to that fullback
Hawk
cross
70,
screen.
Hawk 70.
You can see that the free safety, I believe, ended up covering the running back, right?
Hut, hut.
I mean, if we get that off, guys, we get it off.
Let's go now.
But what's the other thing about it? The free safety is now usually when the free safety is out of position, other guys will play the running back first sometimes. But I don't. As you can see here, because that so the last time the free safety was going out there to run towards the running back. This time, like I said, the strong safety gets out there because the free safety is so out of position. They end up switching their responsibilities there. Like you got the guy who's closer on your side, I got the guy who's closer on my side. Fullback goes out, I got him. You know. But at the same time, if we get this off, why would it work? Because look at this. You're gonna end up having a free safety to have to somehow get through at least one of these offensive linemen to get to get a tackle or something. We're not going to get picked off here, and that's almost impossible for them to
60,
make a tackle
Panther
on that.
60. Ready.
Look at this. Just look at it. Just look at it. Touchdown. What did I say? Touchdown. Numbers advantage in the passing game. Numbers advantage in the running game.
Set.
Numbers advantage in the screen game. Numbers advantage on defense. You know, numbers advantage everywhere.
Ready.
This time we keep it. We gotta keep out.
Here we go. Set.
The hell? They did not call me. What are you talking about? I get these. I've been applying for jobs, and they're telling me that we gave you a call. No, you didn't. Let me see. I would have had a voicemail. My phone would have rang. Even if my phone didn't ring, that like could be a scam. I did not get a voicemail or nothing here. No voicemail. No recent missed calls. Wait a minute. Nope. Last one was Thursday. So I don't know. Sorry, if you call me and you didn't leave a voicemail, I mean, hey, it's on you. Okay, I like to go to this play too, and I say like I have counters for players who use a rush, right? This is one of the plays that I found I basically use sometimes. Um, they just want to like use her on the D line all game long, so random.
Okay. Break.
Let's see what I got here.
Set. Go.
He's running back though. Okay, so he ends up running that route. So this is why I hate option routes, guys. But
Down.
he might
Hut.
be running a hit here. But this is what I mean. A lot of the times, my opponent's using some type of deeper defense,
Ready.
and they're using
Ready.
Russian, and I get that. All right. But this is also, I would say this is good right here because if they have Collins and Dell covered up, we have Pierce and Schultz for Jordan. Now Schultz, you base your reads like right here. It looks like they're in a cover two invert, right? We'll take a peek. Who do we want to like? Okay, let's say out of Brevin Jordan, Schultz, and Pierce, who do we want to block? Who do we think's not going to get open? Well, if I think it's a cover two invert, Schultz is going to take too long. I can block Schultz because if it's a cover two invert, we can have Jordan and Keenum possibly open.
Ready. Ready.
Somebody else. Okay? I go through all three of those guys twice.
Ready.
Why? Because I blocked the guy who's probably not getting open. And was I right? Yeah, I was right. Cover two invert. Look at the middle linebacker here. They were in a mug look too. One high. But whenever they have this right here, they're showing this. Whenever I get this when I'm on defense, I try to disguise it and I try to press, try to fake blitz, try to like get it to a normal one high look or a normal two high look, because it's just like it's too much of a tell on offense. The reason why I keep the running back and Brevin Jordan number 9 is because one, like I said, the tight end is going to take a long time to get open and won't probably even get open because that linebacker's in a vert hook, and then you have a safety over the top, and then you just have other guys that can play it. So you block him, you give yourself 6-man protection, and now this is a deep defense that also drops back. So you have routes that, you know, quick routes that sit or routes that are going in motion, like the running back, that stay there. When the whole defense is playing back, you can go to one of them. So basically, I wanted to see if 3 could get open here. And once I saw this, I'm like, okay. And then, so I'm reading the field. I'm not going to every individual route. I'm not reading 9, and then reading 3, and then going here, and then going back. This is what I'm reading. I'm reading the field. It's like, okay, I didn't like it right now. Let me go here. Okay, I don't like it. Let me go back. Boom. Okay. So this is what I did right here. You can see it. It's like timed too perfectly to what I'm saying. Let's see now here. Once again, it looks like they might be in like a cover 4 drop or cover 6 here or cover 3 buzz. And maybe let's read those safeties. Okay, they stayed. They stayed, but they dropped. Guys deep. Good. We're in the field. Could we still have thrown to the tight end on that shake route? Yeah, maybe. Guess what? We had an answer. You know, the type of defense like it's a 2-3-6 maybe or whatever, a dime maybe. Like, could they still blitz out of this? Yeah, but did I really need to do my blocking adjustments? No, but I didn't even read the front. I didn't even read like how many line they had and how many people they had their hand in the dirt. I didn't read the front. I was just like, oh, yeah, we just block this and go through my reads. They play everybody deep. See? I mean, these are habits that you need to have to better yourself, to do what the title says, to win more games.
Come on, set.
This time we got the safety coming down. The more you can practice against random defenses and defenses that you're not really particularly uh, successful against, better. Let's say you're not good against this defense. You're not sure what it is. What's the next thing? What's the next level that I say to reading a defense? The front. Could we slip in a run? Yeah, sure.
60 Eagles. Hut, hut.
Let's read it patiently. That's what I said. Read it patiently. It's 92 game record in the
On
run
the
game.
ready.
A game record in the run game. Take peek for
Ready.
speed. Okay. Drop.
Set.
Now, let's see if we audible to something and see if it
70
does something really
lion.
good to safeties. Okay, no. This is telling me they could be in a cover 3 hard flats. They could be in a regular cover 3. They could be in a cover 6.
Ready.
See what we got here. Yeah, I think it was maybe a cover 6 right there. We see we got the cover 2 defender right there. But we know that these defenders are sticking deep with him, right? And we just need to get across him. Got him there too, obviously. That's the hard thing with PA crossers. Like whether you're going PA crossers at a gun tray or at a here, jump on you off trips week. Okay, right now it looks like they might be blitzing. I'm just getting a look that they're either blitzing or they're playing deep here. Once again, they're playing deep here or blitzing. I don't like the tight end double move against a cover zero blitz. I know it's not cover zero, but against a blitz because we're not probably going to have enough time. 3-man front though.
Set, go.
Am I
Let's
going to
go.
do that in the game, guys? No, I'm not going to do that in the game.
Cowboy 80.
Here's another. Here's a levels concept right here. The way I like to read these is I like to use Dell as like a blocker initially. But this looks like it could be a cover zero right here. So if it's a cover zero, which route do we not want? If it's a cover zero, I don't want Jordan. Right. But at the same time, I don't think I need to block anything up. Okay. Because we got the reason why I say I was just confident they were blocking everything up. And I mean, it should have been the case. But they did overload the right side, which made 71, not be able to make the block. And the running back, I mean, there was a great blitz right there. You can use that. Running back going out and block, you're getting somebody on block here. They have a levels concept. It's kind of tough here. But what did I say to possibly block Brevin Jordan? Because the first initial part of his route is running a flat. But I said I kind of wanted to say not block anybody because if nobody's open and I have the time somehow against cover zero, this turns into a vertical route. Look at this. If I have the time, guys. Look, I definitely don't have the time. I'm still going to the dagger to 12 right there. But I didn't get enough time for that. I should have got the ball out right there already. Out right now. But like I said, I wanted to take that risk. Sometimes you take that risk. Because I knew he could outrun whoever this is. Not only that, it works like a kind of like a little bit like a rub route. Or he gets bumped in by his own defender here. Slows him down. Could have been a touchdown.
Oh, here we go.
Now
19
this once
Tiger,
again it's like
19
influencer
Tiger.
routes here. Collins and Jordan. They're not open. We got Dell and Schultz.
Ready, ready.
Where the safety's doing. Okay. We know that the safety was still deep enough to cover 9, Jordan.
Let's
But
go now.
we knew he was out of position to play Dell. Right? You see this? He's in position. All right, we're not even reading this right here, right? I always say take a peek because sometimes on these deep post routes, for some reason, corners get beat right off the line. Take a peek at that. Now, I take a peek at the safeties. The strong safeties rotating down, and it's most likely man coverage, right? Because the safety's rotating down, and you're getting this much separation. It's man coverage, and we're throwing it underneath because he's like helping out on this. You see what I mean, guys? If you just read these two routes, boom, touchdown to 12, boom, number 9. I mean, him and the post to number 9. You read those two, boom, you got a touchdown to 12. You're not getting a touchdown to 9, but you're getting a big play to 3. Thank Dell. So at times it's high low and outside, high low in the middle. At times it's reading the safeties when you have deep routes, and then you check it down, or you have time in the pocket, and you maybe make a play, playmaker something maybe. Let's see. Let's just go random plays. So we'll get some run plays here. So, all right. Random, random.
Set.
One high. No, looks okay. One high. Whenever you see one high, you just want to assume those corners are playing deep thirds, and then the linebackers on the edge are playing crow flats, whatever. Um, let's see. They blitz. Oh, he dropped it. 12 even had a chance. Right there, I was like, eh. You know, I didn't want to just go to one of these guys. I was like, let me keep my eyes downfield. If I get that one-on-one coverage right here, I mean, I have the crosser too, but you know, I was even a little more greedy.
Go, set.
All right, they're in this front now. I don't believe that there are any cover six inverts. I could be wrong. At a base defenses, I could be wrong. Let's just keep this play right here.
Go.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was the fake fullback guy. Okay. See, I didn't even read the play, guys. I ended up working on
Go.
it. Let's say it's 14 inches play, and I got that covered. All right. Is this the shovel? Is this what is this?
Hut, hut.
Oh, it's just a regular. I'm going Bowie, man.
Ready, ready.
You're gonna get a repeat. What the hell, Madden? What are you giving us shit?
Ready.
Don't be giving me shit.
Ready.
Let the front get to us. Yes. Could we block somebody here? Who would you block if you were to block somebody? To be honest, I'm taking Ogumbawe back. I don't care if he's
Street.
wide open.
Street.
You know, I just prefer to not have to block anybody else.
Rig alert. Rig alert.
Block, block,
Ready.
block. I mean, I couldn't block them, guys.
Set it.
Ooh, they give me the drag screen here, or whatever. This isn't really like a screen. It's just like a regular drag route. But if the guys have it covered in the middle, mm,
Set go.
you see what I mean? It's a regular drag route, so it's not like
Ready.
it's a screen. So that's why I mentioned that. But it's also, I don't believe I could have thrown it here. I don't believe that was even part of the play. Okay, I like this play sometimes. But here's the thing with this. Why the fuck is Schultz all the way out here like that? What's going on? Can't even.
19 Lion. Hut.
Have the time.
Come on. Come on. Set.
Bigger front right here. Shit, what the fuck is this? I don't think I even used this before. I can't even block anything. I can audible, but I can't even block or can't hot route. So that must mean this is what the hell is this? Oh, okay.
Ready, ready.
Oh, this is that double, the double pass. Okay, I was like, okay, there's something funny here. Like, why can't I not hot route?
Set. Set it.
He might be a good fullback.
Got it. Ready.
Okay, do we think that they're actually a cover zero? If they're in a cover zero, be in the running back. Okay, so actually, nobody would be on the running back right here.
Go.
Oh, okay. We're wrong? So, let's see here. Okay, so they did rush. They did use a cover zero, but wait a minute. Yeah, they rushed six, so that's a cover zero. But once again, they get me because that one linebacker um, is in man coverage with the running back. Because normally, yeah. Well, what am I thinking? Cover zeros don't rush seven. What am I thinking? Whoops. Yep.
A double.
Don't like that. Mesh rail.
Viking 18. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hut, hut.
Another thing with mesh too. Those upfield routes to the running back.
Set. Ready.
You gotta hit it. If it's 4th and 3, you gotta hit it. Again, so what do we think the defense is? Looks like it could be another coverage. No, it's not a coverage. Okay, so I like Woods and Collins here, and then I'll just try to see motion. Okay, I can't.
18 Pioneer. Ready.
You can just see like I'm just executing
Let's
that
go.
will right now. Okay, so this is okay. Wow, I know. Wow. Okay. Do we like this? I don't know. With the edge that they got here, we think they're going to be playing. I do think they're going to be leaving Schultz open here.
Ready.
Okay. I do say don't throw the flats against man coverage. So it was man coverage. I did think it was man coverage, but it was like really weird to me, really off. Birds on a fence when it's really off, really weird looking. You know, I did take a peek to that, but they bumped that too, dude. I would have right here. I would have panicked because of that. Even now, I panic. If the one round I wanted to beat cover 0 and man blitz gets bumped like this, fucking hate that. I'm obviously going to another route, but look at everything's like bumped. The fuck? Look what's going on here. Let's never use that play. That's why I say don't use plays. I don't like to.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, I like this play. I mean, you could tell like right here. Okay, you got 2 routes. I mean, let's say we
70 Ranger.
just in
70
case put a
Ranger.
drag out there. Okay, we might put him out there. Oh, Then we did end up blocking our Texas, but still okay because they rushed an extra guy. Okay, yeah, he got off the edge. It's either a guy off the edge or a guy inside winning. The reason why I was going to him was because I just felt like 0 was too out of position. He really, you know, sailed out. As soon as I hike the ball and I see he's going to cover the motion guy, I see the linebacker, he's going to be out of position. This is Jordan Schultz or whatever. So,
Go now.
right, we get too high look. They look like they're trying to stop the
Smash.
pass.
Smash. Ready. Ready.
I got trapped by running back. Here we go. Not trapped right now. Ogun Bawe is in trap. I mean, I can make it work with anybody. Flipping it down.
Here we go. Set. Go.
I kind of hate that play because it makes you like have to make a quick decision. Keep the run, go to the screen, and if the screen's not there, the run's not there. Sometimes you get that illegal man downfield because it took too long to make that throw or whatever. So
Cougar 19.
one high.
Hut, hut.
I'm taking too much time right
Ready,
there,
ready.
leaving everything deep. Sometimes.
Ready.
Okay, everybody stayed where they were. I'll go and oh no, Pierce. I was gonna say I'll go and Bawe, whatever his name is.
Ready.
For the 3 deep guys. We got chips.
Ready.
I don't like that. The reason why I say so, I wanted to like
Set up.
for every formation that my opponent uses, right, I want to write down like, okay, what makes the play good? Well, they use it to give themselves time. They use it because they got their check and releases against certain drop coverages, match coverages, whatever. But the thing with the gun chips, empty chips, is that if you have a good lockdown coverage, all they basically run is. I mean, I basically still like the blitz. I'll give you an idea. I still like the blitz against empty chips because all the routes from empty chips are deep, right? Could you hot route something? Sure, but for the most part, players are just keeping it and trying to see if they can, you know, get some completions with it. So empty chips. So like I'll show you right here. All the routes are deep, right? They're designed to give you protection to go deep, right? And then a half maybe, and in the game, whatever, big play, whatever. And then because, right, if you do blitz, not only does the running back stay in the block, but for some reason both the running back and tight end stay in the block. I would like to play if I would like to play stock if they had one of those two guys going out just a regular route and not both have them block and release because both block and release. You could literally have four guys blitzing. You could have like a three D linemen probably and just blitz one linebacker, and both the running back and tight end will block. So I really, I really don't like to play for myself because of that. So I would hot route something, or I would audible out of gun empty chips, or only if I study my opponent's tendencies and he, is playing certain zones and not really blitzing. Maybe I keep it. But as you can see right here, there's only like one route here that's not that deep, and that's that curl. So I got the curl, and you could say maybe the dagger, you know, but still a little longer than the curl, obviously. So everything's either post, deep over routes, deep crossers, double move, deep routes here, everything. So I'm just gonna run the play. Let's go to like, let's say deep post out, and let's go with a mid blitz zero.
Come on, set!
I'll hike it. I won't do anything. I'll hike it.
Check go!
It's blocked up right now. Guess what? Here's the problem with
Set!
it. I forgot to mention too. This is a perfect example. I wrote this down for defenses against gun empty chips because essentially what you're having here, right, is a head on a hat, right? But what did I say? If you don't have a good enough offensive line, who are the guys that are blocking those edge defenders? That guys coming in on the rush. It's somebody you don't want blocking them, right? So you're having deep routes, and cover zero does a great job at defending deep routes because if it's a deep route, they're running vertically for a certain amount of yards deep, and then they're making their cut, right? But because you have a running back chipping to try to block their most uh, like best pass rusher, like their best pass rushers, like a pass rusher in general is going to be a running back chipping. Pass rusher in general is going to beat most tight ends if they're chipping, right? We get what happens here. Now, like I said, the anatomy of a play. Does this play make sense to use if they're going with a cover zero? Does it make sense to use it? There's a reason I go cover zero against chips. You have a hat on a hat, right? Running back on the edge, left tackle there, left guard there, center, right guard, right tackle, tight end. The right tackle helps out the block, double team, leaving the tight end on the rusher. So you have a hat on a hat or whatever, right? But what did I say? Not only, I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't even care if they had a sixth offensive lineman there. Somebody's eventually going to win. But because it's a running back and tight end, like, it's not going to work out. So, in my opinion, gun empty chips is not designed. people might think it's designed to give you extra time if there's a cover zero. But like I said, all the routes out of empty, gun empty chips are mostly deep routes. A lot of players will not hot route stuff. They'll just run it stuck. So like I said, look at this. By the time some guys are open, but I mean, look at this right here. If you're going through your reads right here, right? Yeah, sure. Somebody's probably throwing the corner out. But you know what I mean? If it's the other gun empty chips where there's no curl, there's no corner out, and it's just like the deep post, and the deep post might still work. You might still have time, but the other thing too is calling defenses that do a good job of rushing, have a good balance of rushing and coverage. So, for example, I would like to use something like, let's say, this might be wide open too, but oh, I forgot they don't have. Okay. But let's see. Try this. I blitz three right here. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to pass the ball. Nothing. See? Look at it. Now I'm sure somebody was open, the corner or the curl. Right? But but look at this. Somebody's going to win. So I kind of like when my opponents go gun empty chips, especially in gotta have it situation.
Go. Ready, ready.
Now let me actually try to do something here. Like I said, at the end of the day, most
Here
players
we
will
go.
get
Here
that
we go.
because they're you know what. But I'm not throwing those deep outs. I'm not even throwing a curl.
Let's go now. Go.
Let's say you have
Set.
the other play out of gun empty chips. This one right here. And I'm running, let's say I come out with something like this right here, and they're not
Here we
hot
go.
rodding
Set.
anything.
Hot, hot.
I mean, we had enough fun there, but you get the idea. Not only that, I mean, are we going to get anything
Go.
for touchdown here? It's a, I could say it's like a medium risk, medium reward type play, or medium risk to medium reward or high reward. And a lot of players are not comfortable when they see a guy come into the A gap looking like he might be untouched. Like right here, I've had guys throw a pick because they think 70 is missing this block, but he gets the block. And even here, they're rolling out with somebody like Lamar or something. And if you're rolling out, guess what? You roll out here, you're not making that throw. If I have you contained here, you're not making this throw. You're not making this throw behind your body. I mean, on the other side of the field, you're not making this throw on the other side, maybe, but and I mean, I'm QB containing every play too. So
Ready.
it's a touchdown. I mean, they'll get it
Ready,
sometimes.
ready. Ready.
Because you can see what I mean. Like those block and releases ain't coming out. They're staying in the block.
Ready.
So sometimes some players will check to see if those are going to come out. They won't.
Check go.
See, look at that. Look at that time. Look at that. Like in a pinch, it will work. Mixing in. Look at this. He actually missed. Ended up missing the block that time. So you can see like he loops in there. I didn't even know there was a looper. I didn't really look at the defense when I called it. Now another player goes to chips again. I'm gonna audible to more coverage. So then they will have those chips blocking and releasing. But uh, but then if it's a long third down, third and 17, third and 20, what are they getting? Fourth and 10? Okay, I like my chances.
Come on, set.
Okay, so I like these type of plays right here. These are, oh shit, picked the wrong one.
Set.
Show you what I'm talking about. These are easy plays to go through your reads, and they're also hard for the defense to defend
Set.
if they're in
Ready.
certain coverages. So right here, what makes this good is you have a block and release route. You have Schultz. You can keep Schultz. I usually block him to have the running back and tight end block him. And then we have Woods going in motion on a seam pass. We have Dell going on a streak here. We have Collins running like some type of post route and should get open here if the coverage is right because he's being pressed here.
Ready,
Okay,
ready.
man coverage. All right. Okay, that's Marlon Humphrey, but you see, I would have went to that, or I would have went to Schultz, or I would have went to Collins on that deep post. I mean, look, he just doesn't even get bumped here. Look at that.
Break.
We got big front this time.
Set up.
Ooh, look at that weird enemy.
Ready up. Go.
Once again. Let's try it out. Come on, man. Come on. Damn it. Come on, man.
Let's go.
Marlon covering Dell like one on race.
Hot, hot.
Okay, that's fine. Ooh.
Okay, ready. Ready.
Shit. Wasn't sure what route he had. Truck! No, you truck. You got 90 truck.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ooh.
Ready.
What do we got now? Oh. Come
Let's
on,
go now.
brother. Number two.
Check go.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Set.
Oh, switching. Safety guy.
Here we go. Set. Ready, ready.
I'm fucking around.
Down. Set up.
Shit. I'm not. Like I said, I'm messing around.
Ready, ready.
I can't believe 2 hours passed already.
Go.
Covering it or?
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
I got routes against
Hot,
this
hot.
here. Oh. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. But I mean, when I have routes against blitz here, I got a route to go cross in the middle here. Wow, that ends up being ran so far out here. You could probably hit that right there. You could hit this right here. You have this that I should have hit right now. Look at that, wide open. I end up throwing it late. But I use a pass lead underneath.
Ready, set. Ready. Set up.
Can't cover it at all. Ooh,
Come on,
can't,
come
but,
on.
you know,
Set.
safety shell. I like that.
Set, go.
So we got it though. Okay. Ring around the rosy, buddy. I love when that happens.
Ready.
Beautiful.
Hut.
Just got the flame back on. Oh, I didn't even look at the rush, so.
Set. Ready, ready.
There we go. Oof. Come on, man.
Set. Ready. 70
Got
Timberwolf.
to pump and go here. But I think he pump fix it, right?
Get up.
Ooh. Nasty.
Let's go. Go.
Holy shit, I'm either missing him or he's dropping.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
I'm reading the front, then I'm reading
Hut,
the right.
hut.
Great to read the front because I'm seeing, like, are they in cover two?
Here we go. Here we go.
Like the linebackers inside, and then I read the right. I read the switch. I read inside, and then for the post and things underneath, and then I read the switch. And then if that's not there, I go to check down again.
Ready.
On it right here, I gotta get off right now.
Let's go now.
Peace out.